What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to a brand new series coming to my channel. This is something I've been wanting to jump back into for a little while because it was always a passion project of mine. Those of you that followed me for a long time will know that the thing I always loved doing was creating Football Manager videos. I always made Football Manager content for fun. That wasn't really the bulk of my channel. I had my second channel. That obviously then led on to me working at Football Manager for three and a bit years. So I've decided it's only time to bring it back. Now with Football Manager videos, we tone the volume down a bit. They're nice and relaxed, but they are absolutely brilliant fun. And I thought, what better way to bring that back than to do something really quite different. So what are you doing that's different, I hear you ask? Well, you're going to see that I have just been hired by Barcelona. Now, in the past, I did some non-league, some unemployed, journeymans. I did some really fun saves, but this one's going to be really interesting. I have downloaded the winter updates. We've got all the new transfers, all the official attributes, analytics, everything like that from the latest version of Football Manager. But I've also added in all of the correct scores to date, and we start on the 24th of February, I believe, or the 22nd, something like that. We start at the end of February after all the exciting stuff, the season to now, the disastrous first half of the season for Barcelona. We join them then. Now that of course means that right now Barcelona sit in 4th in the Spanish First Division, 15 points off of top, joint on points with Atletico Madrid. They do have a game in hand. One thing just to note as well is that not everything is correct. They don't have the accurate Champions League and Cup scores. However, I kept reloading until I made sure we had been knocked down into the Europa League. Now, at the time of recording, Barcelona actually just finished their second leg against Napoli and got through. However, we're going to have the second leg against Celtic coming up that will decide our fate going into the next round of the competition. Now, there's still all to be played for at this point. We're still in the Europa League, as I said. Spanish Cup, we're actually in the semi-final against Real Madrid. In reality, of course, Barcelona are out of the Spanish Cup in real life, so we'll see what happens in that one. But they lost the Super Cup, as you can see there. They got knocked out of the Champions League into the Europa League, so we've got that. And then we've got the run at the title to see what happens. The day I'm recording this, actually, I'm recording on the 27th, which is when Barcelona play Bilbao. And that will be played in a couple hours, so maybe we'll come back and see if there's any kind of bearing on that. But we need to make sure we get through this Europa League round and then kind of see if we can turn it around. But not just that. We're going to talk about what this series is going to entail. Now, this is something I want to turn into something a little bit more regular. I'm going to join, obviously, Barcelona at this date, the 21st of Feb. I'm going to set myself some short and long-term goals, and I'm going to stay until the end of next season. So I need to turn this season around, try and do something in Europa League, get Barcelona back into the Champions League, and the next season have a good run at the Champions League and try and win the league with Barcelona. They're my short-term goals. I am going to get some badges and some name fixes before the next episode, so don't you worry about that. But this one is more of an establishing episode, discussing what we're going to do, what the plan is, and how it's going to look. So in terms of the club vision, there's a lot that needs to be done. Now, obviously, playing attacking football, we want to do that. Playing possession football, that's what we're here to do. And entertaining football, that's what we're here to do. We want to try and get the ethos of proper Barcelona back. However, we have a front line, really, that consists of Ferran Torres, Aubameyang and Adama Traore. Now, I've spent the last 3 years watching Aubameyang. I know he's not really someone that can play possession football. He's a counter-attacking, fast-paced playing striker. That being said, we're going to make it work. We've then got Adama Traore, which, again, has spent a lot of the time at Wolves in a counter-attacking formation. But we're going to make it work. We're going to make these players work. So that's our club culture. We're going to get that back. We're going to be playing tiki-taka, Johan Cruyff, Pep Guardiola, proper Barcelona football. We're going to get that back. However, this season, we need to reach the final of the Spanish Cup, which means beating Real Madrid. That's not, not the end of the world. We need to qualify for the Champions League. That, if we don't do that, it is a failure. I'm not afraid to admit that. The Champions League, they're reserving judgment for us reaching the semi-final. I don't know if they're aware that we're not in it. So, that's that. We have to win the Europa League, and that's preferred. So there's quite a lot we need to do. We need to work towards becoming the most reputable team in Europe. Fine, we can do all these things. We're obviously not going to have any budget to bring players in. I need to check the registration windows. We might be able to, find a free. We might be able to get some loans. I don't know exactly how it works in Spain, so that's something we'll check on. Then we're going to look at our squad, and really we're playing this relatively short term. So in my opinion, we're still going to be looking at PK is going to be a big part of this team. Jordi Alba, Aubameyang, maybe Busquets. There are so many midfielders. Maybe he comes in for the bigger games. I'm not afraid to look at Dani Alves. These 5 guys are going to be part of the team. However, I do want to set the club up for the future. And, there's no denying, if we look at some of the best players at the club, Frenkie de Jong, he's obviously a guaranteed starter. Do we try and bring in Ousmane Dembele? Do we try and fix the torrid time he's had here? If we look at his actual statistics, 5 full seasons, he's obviously had horrific injury times, but do we try and save him? Do we try and bring him in? We've got Ferran Torres, going to be really exciting for us. So we've got some decisions to make there. Positionally, goalkeeper fine. Right back, probably going to be looking at Dani Alves. I've used Serginho Dest in another save, wasn't too keen on him. We're going to have PK, probably Araujo or Eric Garcia, Jordi Alba at left back. Midfield, now this is when you start to face issues, really. We take out those that won't be playing. You're left in a situation really there where you've got 5 midfielders and you probably want to be playing 4 of them. So it's quite tricky. You want to have Gavi in the team, you want to have Pedri, you want to have De Jong, and really you probably feel like you might need Sergio Busquets. So that's going to be really tough to manage. And how do we play it up front? Ansu Fati's coming through at the club, and you're starting to think, where does he fit into this lineup? I didn't even mention him in that front 3, but what a player he is. You've got to fit in Ansu Fati, Depay, Torres, Aubameyang, Dembele, Adama Traore. There are all these amazing players that we need to find the balance in, but not just do that, get them playing quickly, because our opponents are not going to be a pushover over the next few weeks. Look, you play Real Madrid 3 times in March. We've got the Europa League we're going to have to contend with. It's going to be busy. So, for this first episode, I'm going to have a bit of a tinker with my formation away from camera now. We're going to come back. I'm going to talk you guys through how I'm thinking about lining up. And we're going to go and get ourselves prepared for the Celtic game. When we come back next week, next episode, not next week, hopefully it's not next week. Next episode, we're going to be playing the Celtic game, the Bilbao game, and we may even sneak in a Real Madrid. I said Atletico, a Real Madrid Spanish Cup semi-final game. And then we'll see where the season takes us. So here we have it. This is the squad that we're going to be rocking and the lineup. Now, this is very much subject to change. This is going to be tested out over a few games. There's going to be tweaks. I'm going to talk you through each position. Obviously, in goal, we have Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He's the number 1 choice. I don't know what role I'm going to sit him on. Right now, let's just stick with sweep keeper support. We'll see how that goes. Right back, we've got Dani Alves on wing back attack. Now again, subject to change. Now I've got some instructions on each one of the players. I want my wing backs to both stay wider, so they're going to really be just camping out far right on the pitch, and then the rest of the pitch is going to be squeezed into this tiny space around here. But Dani Alves wing back attack for now. We will be considering maybe Serginho Dest to come in. Roberto Dest can obviously play on the left. I've had him in a Newcastle save and he was just always terrible. So we'll see. Ball playing defender just has to be PK. His passing is 16, which is just ridiculous for a centre back. He embodies everything about Barcelona and about that style of play. Clement Lenglet, I think, is an interesting one. I may bring him in at the end of the season, but he has been as pushed out as you can be at Barcelona this year. They do not want him there. So probably not going to give him any game time. But so we're going to have Araujo. I assume it's Araujo or Rojo. I don't actually know. But he's going to be our left centre back. Absolute baller. Left back, we're going to have Jordi Alba. For now, again, Dest can play on that side. We've got some options. We're not limited. I'm going to have Sergio Busquets playing as a proper halfback, almost like the Mascherano role where he can sit here, he can drop in. He's going to be just really sitting deep in that midfield. I could have gone with one of these, but I just wanted him to sit in and allow those 2 wing-backs to come up either side, and then he's just going to hold that part of the pitch. Then we have our 2 midfielders in De Jong and Pedri. Gavi's going to be coming in at different points of the season, swapping out with these 2, of course. That's just, it's going to be those 3 playing in those 2 positions basically. To start off, we've got De Jong at centre mid support. I'd want to tinker with this. I want to try Carrilero at some point, see how that goes. Obviously, on the left-hand side, we've got Pedri and Metzala, but I want to try Carrilero. We don't actually have a proper playmaker, so I want to try him as an advanced and deep-line playmaker. And I want to try all three, well, maybe not defend, but I want to try support and attack roles. So that's just something I'm going to tinker with. I don't get to really change my centre mid roles too often when I play FM. I usually have a centre mid, a box to box, a ball winner, something like that. So to like mix it up a little bit, and a team was focused on the midfield, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I want Pedri to be getting up and down. His dribbling, first touch, passing, technique are all just obscene. And that means he may also be playing in that 10 role that you would have seen higher up. But the Metzala role does a lot of that anyway. You know, look at all these stats that are being highlighted here. So much of what he's great at is going to be, you know, just really focused on. Now on the right hand side, we're going to have Ferran Torres. Now he can play anywhere really along this front line. But I'm going to play him as an inverted winger. He's right-footed, but you know he's going to be able to make the most of that position. But Ferran Torres, look, he's great. He's going to play all across that front line. We're going to see that. Aubameyang on the left, he's got 3 instructions on, as well as his normal ones. He's got to shoot more often, to roam from position, sit narrower. I want him to essentially be playing like a striker, but not coming in off the left. Essentially, this is going to be the position he occupies. That's completely fine. Everybody's probably expecting that. Depay, I'm going to start him off as a shadow striker with roam from position. So again, all 3 of these have got roam from position. So I just want this to be an amalgamation of them getting in each other's way, basically. Just mixing it up, doing whatever they feel like, just being all over the place, essentially. So that's going to be interesting to see. Just mixing it up. We'll see how it works. We've got 3 attack there, support, 3 defend, and then the wing backs are also going to be, obviously we need to put overlap on. That's how they're going to play. We're going to see how it goes. I think it's going to be pretty fun, strikerless. But then throughout, you know, the season, we're going to have chances. If it's not working, we can make that into that. We can play that as either deep liar, false 9, pressing, any of those options. And in this position, you've got Depay, Torres, Aubameyang, Ansu Fati. They can all play there. And obviously, you would have noticed that I didn't mention in any of that Ousmane Dembele. He currently is sitting on the bench. Will have a chance to come in and prove himself. This is just what we're starting with, but I very much think that, you know, you look at our bench, these guys are all going to get a decent amount of game time. All 6 of them, they're going to get game time throughout the rest of the season, and we're going to see how things go. So I felt like for now we had to start with Depay in that position. I think he's going to be a lot of fun. I don't really use that sort of setup very often. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It could be really exciting. But in the next episode, we are going to, as I said, start off with our first couple of games, see how the teams settle in, see how we go, and then we can go from there. I'm not going to play anything off camera, so you're going to see I'm not going to play a game off camera before the first one, so you have no idea how the team's going to set up. I could have a disastrous away game to Celtic. I've never tested this formation. Anything could happen. But that, guys, is the first episode of our rebuilding FM22 post-Winter Save series. Kicking it off with Barcelona. We've got a lot of work to do, but I think it's going to be a damn lot of fun. If you guys are looking forward to this series, please do drop a thumbs up on this video. It's going to be on both my main channel and my second channel to start off with. We shall see how things go. But thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, guys, and I will see you all next time for the first of our games. Come on, Barca.